Hey everybody, welcome to the Ronline Report. Today's guest, one of my favorite people in this sport and industry. He's your two-time Classic Physique Olympia champion. What's he going to do this year? I'm going to try to find out right now. Please welcome Breon Ansley. Hey Breon, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Ron? Always great.
Yeah.
Always love the energy. Thank you for the introduction. Good to be
So,
on, man.
so your name really popped up a lot it's about a week ago, week and a half ago, when Tyler Mannion comes on Instagram, says, "Okay, everybody, classic physique weights they're all going up. It takes effect like this weekend. No advance notice." It's like, and immediately, because I did a live video, and in the comments, people kept saying, "Well, what about Breon? Now Breon can stay in classic." I said, I don't know. I'll try to talk to him, but 7 pounds is good. I don't think it's as much as he wanted. So, first of all, did you know this was happening before Tyler made that announcement? Did you guys know?
No, I had no clue, man. Man, that was a total shocker.
Hmm.
Had no clue, no clue. So it was like, wow. And then, I was thinking while he was making an announcement, I was thinking, wow, it's probably going to go into effect next year.
Yeah.
Like the physiques are, next
Yeah.
year. But he said it going up immediately. I
Right.
said, wow.
Yeah. Crazy. So yeah, what was your reaction? Because the weights went up twice. So Plastic Physique 2016 was the first season. And I think by the end of that season, they had already added 5 pounds to everybody across the board uniform. And I don't know what year it was, 2017 or 18. It wasn't much longer. Another 5 pounds across the board again for everybody. And that was it. It stayed that way. And I honestly thought it was going to stay those particular weights for every height, forever. I didn't see a need. Some guys were complaining. And I think, you never really complained about. I don't think you ever demanded. I never heard that you were like demanding more weight or anything, but you would have liked more weight because, man, I remember talking to you a few times when you were in prep. Whatever year you were in Kuwait prepping for the Olympia, you were like shredded at like 194. And I think Chris was out there with you, and you were on like fish and lettuce or something, fish and water, because good Lord, you had like 14, you had no body fat left. And every time we talked, you said, "Well, I could always get leaner." I'm like, I know you're saying that, but how much leaner can a human being get than this? So my first question, 7 pounds, it's good. Everyone wants to know immediately, is Breon going to stay in classic now that he got those 7 pounds, or is 7 pounds nowhere near what he needs to be, the full impact the full potential of what your physique is capable of looking like?
Right. 7 pounds is good, but it's not great for me. And we're still contemplating, Ron. We're still contemplating. We don't have too much time. We have to make a decision here in probably here less than a week's time. Don't because the preparation would obviously change according to the division that I'm gunning for, 212 or classic. It's a different prep. It's a different methodology, right? So I am still contemplating. I'm still thinking about it. Still maybe a sleepless night or two, trying to just go through all of the checks and balances on my feelings towards it, what my best look would be about towards it. Just thinking about everything from A to Z in totality. And one of the main things I'm thinking about also is 7 pounds enough for me to where I don't have to where I can come down to it and I don't have to lose muscle. And I think the answer to that is still no.
Hmm.
That is the answer to that, I want to say. So I guess that's the only clear-cut answer around that I could give
Yeah.
you, that is that I still would have to lose muscle coming down to 187 pounds.
Yeah. I mean, let's figure this out. The last couple preps, the last two Olympias, let's say, what weight were you at? I don't know, 3, 4, 5 weeks out. What weight were you at where you looked in the mirror and said, "I would love to be on stage right now," and this is what you weighed?
Oh, I'm ready to go at about 192, 3,
Mm,
4,
yeah, yeah.
around
So,
there.
so
92, 3, 4.
okay, maybe realistically, that's with some water in your body, right?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, is it worth it to drop? I mean, I think I don't know if this is what they're trying to do. Avoid like people doing last minute trickery, trying to dump like 10, 15 pounds of water. I don't know if that was the intent or not. Um, but how much water, how much weight have you had to lose in a very short period of time in the past to try to get to 180? Like, were you
Oh,
190 at like 3, 4 days out from the show a
oh
couple times?
yes, exactly. That last week, like I'm scrambling on, the show is on Saturday, and I'm scrambling on, and then okay, remember, I'm scrambling not to for Saturday. I'm scrambling to weigh in on Wednesday evening, or it's been Thursday morning before. So on Sunday I'm still 11. That Saturday, Sunday, I'm still 10, 11, 12 pounds away, and I have 3, 4 days exactly from Saturday, Sunday to Wednesday.
So, I'm pretty sure when you've looked at, because of that, I'm guessing you were never probably happy with the way you looked. At least I mean, when was the last time you were on stage where you're like, okay, this is me with all my muscle and none of the fat? Have you ever been able to do that, or did you always have to lose some muscle?
Well, this is pretty ironic. The last year I won.
Wow. So it's
The last year I
2018.
won, Ron, was in 2018 when I was like, oh, okay, well, you know what? I didn't have to lose too much muscle because that's where my body didn't have all of the muscle that it has now, to add less muscle. And I was fresher. I popped more. I didn't have to take the extreme measures to suck it down, water, food wise, all that stuff wise. And yeah, that was probably the last time. 19, 20, 21, and definitely last year. We're all struggles, man. We're all big struggles.
Yeah, because I mean, mentally, since your last show was the Olympia last December, so you've had some time. Have you been in a headspace where 212 was all you were really thinking, and you didn't have to worry about, basically you don't have to worry about being over. You're not going to come in weigh in at like 215 or 220. So was it mentally a little more not relaxing, but you didn't have that pressure of like, crap, I'm going to have to get down to this ridiculous weight at the end?
Absolutely, absolutely. That was my mentality has been 212 ever since. Ever since
Mm,
the last Olympia, ever since Olympia in December, my mentality has been 212. I embodied it. I've been prepping for it. From an off season standpoint until now, and I've put on some pounds and some tissue because of it. Had to, right? So then they threw this monkey wrench in there, Ron, on me, and said we're going to give the 7 pounds, definitely, definitely, still is going to be a different look. It's going to be a better look for sure. But now the gap is still kind of the same from when I knew I had to come down to 180. I wouldn't let myself get to a certain amount over a certain weight, or it would be around. I wouldn't let myself get over 210 to 11 to 12.
yeah.
That was it. No one had to come down. Now in the mode of preparing for the 212, I got all the way up to 225, 226,
Mm,
and I'm still 219 right now, with the 187 cutoff. So see what I'm saying? That's still a significant amount of weight that I would have to lose still to come down to 187.
yeah.
As
Hmm.
as opposed to this time around, I think the weight cap, or not the cap from 212, it's 212, but
Yeah.
I think I would be ready at around maybe high 190s, around 200
Yeah. I
this
mean,
time around.
I'm just curious if training has been a lot more enjoyable, because I don't know how you can train hard to stimulate muscle growth knowing that you can't really gain any muscle, or else you're going to have to lose it at the last minute anyway. It would seem to me like almost like pointless. Like, why am I bothering training this hard and training in a style that would build muscle mass when I can't, because I'm going to have to lose it to get to this arbitrary number that they set for my height.
You're exactly right, brother. You're exactly right. The training, 'cause, like I said, I'm 212. 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 I'm was I would, to be honest with you, Ron, for the last 4 years, I was thinking about the cardio that I had to do after after the training, because I knew I had to do that, and I knew maybe that was even more important than the training, because it's all about a weight thing. You know, I have to drop a half a pound or drop a pound, you know, today. That's the goal, to drop a half a pound or a pound. And then so that was where my focus was, or maybe even the posing, maybe to try to squeeze out some water from the posing. But no, it wasn't about any muscle, you know, it wasn't about putting on any more muscle. It was just about refinement. Maybe if I can find a way to get to bring out more lines, to get a little bit more to refined, maybe some, you know, but it's hard because all of that refinement, more lines, better conditioning, all that, the number one thing to do all that is to crystallize the muscle, you
Yeah.
know, first,
Yeah.
and then you can do all that, you know, better. So very, very tough, very tough, very tough. I just had to try to keep my cortisol levels down as much as possible, so I can try to bring my yeah, so I can
Yeah.
try to bring a look that's not going to be weathered and worn, stressed and watery, because Ron, you know, you can only get so sharp, and you can only be so peeled with having to lose muscle. You're going to be a little bit softer. You're going to hold a little bit of water when you lose muscle.
You know, another thing that not everybody realizes is when you do lose muscle like that, it does make you look a little softer because you don't have the muscle pushing out against the skin. The separation aren't as deep. And I always knew the last few years, you know, obviously I've been around a while. I've seen your physique. I'm like, he's so flat. He's so flat. I would love to see Breon just pop, really full and popping. But I know it's not going to happen in Classic. And I wondered, is he ever going to leave Classic? Because, I mean, people said, "Oh, Breon got pushed." The lowest you've been was last year was fourth. That's fourth in the world. It's not like you got knocked down to like 10th or 12th place or something. But I don't think it was. Tell me, was it a matter of being going down the placing few? Was it a matter of just being tired of not being able to show your physique at its full potential the way you knew? You know, you could have retired and no one would have ever seen what your body was actually capable of looking like.
Wow, see, that's the thing right there, man. You know, I cannot live with that.
Mm,
We cannot accept that right there, Ron.
yeah.
Yeah, the full potential of what the physique is really going to look like, and from all this hard work of training with Chris, I wasn't able to really show it in Classic all the way. You know, because it's 180 pounds. My goodness, man, the wellness girls, Ron, the wellness girls are around 180 80
Oh,
pounds these days.
I
You
know.
know, you know, with all the legs and the glutes, man.
Ooh,
And
big
so
girls.
how, with all this hard training, and how much muscle can I really have and display at 180?
So
You know,
people, not everybody realizes that you obviously you turned pro as a bodybuilder because it was 14 or 15 you turned pro?
13.
13. So there was no classic division. You turned pro as a light heavy. Was it the USA you turned pro?
The USA's as a middleweight, actually.
It was middleweight, okay. And you did one show as a 212, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Two, I'm
So
sorry.
oh you
Two
did
shows.
two. Okay. I knew
Yes.
you had done New York Pro. What was the other one you did?
Phoenix Pro.
Phoenix Pro. But was it New York Pro? You didn't even go to the night show?
That's the one.
Yeah. You fell asleep or something, didn't you? Huh?
Well, what happened? Yeah, I ate myself to sleep. Yes. I ate
Mhm.
myself to sleep in all the disappointment and the misery, because I didn't do well. And my thought process was honestly that I was in the last call out, so I wasn't even invited back to the night show to do any night routines. And
Yeah.
that was my honest mistake. And that's how that happened. So from pizza and donuts and burgers and fries, I was in a food coma.
Yeah. So, you know, obviously you did extremely well. You did as well as anybody in class could do. You won the Olympia twice. But I wonder, was there ever like in the back of your mind, like unfinished business in the 212 division? Like someday I'd like to go back as a 212, you know, much, much better and actually make an impact instead of being this third, fourth call out guy like I was.
Yes. Oh, without a doubt. Without a
Mm,
doubt. Well, yeah, I mean, it was, I definitely was thinking, oh, okay, well, I have to redeem myself on this stage one day. And I knew that given some time, 3, 4, or 5 years, that I would be ready muscularity wise to be a top guy, and potentially win the 212 division. But I knew my body needed some time from it was 2014. And here we are. Wow, Ron. Here we are, 9 years or from 2014. What is that? Yeah, 9 years later.
Wow.
9 years later. And Ron, get this. From 2013, when I turned pro, all the way until last year. Okay, 2013, I turned pro at 176 and a quarter is the middleweight cutoff. Okay. You're familiar with what I had to be last year in Classic.
180. Yep.
So we're talking about 9 years, Ron. All I've been able to play with is 3 pounds and 3/4.
Yeah, I mean, it's bodybuilding, not body restricting.
Yes, that's
and
what it's been for me. Body restricting.
so, I wonder, people don't realize this because you have not one line on you. Look at that. There's not one wrinkle, nothing. Unbelievable. But you're actually, 41 now? Or you turned 41 this year?
Oh wow. Well, Ron, you're actually euthanizing, or not euthanizing, but you're making me younger. 43.
43. Wow. But I'm curious, most people don't put on muscle, but I have a feeling that you're putting on brand new muscle tissue now in your 40s. Am I right?
Oh yes, I have in this short amount of time, Ron. We're not talking about even a year yet. I'm at a lean. I was at a lean 224. I got to a lean 224, 225, and now I'm down to 219. But like I said, I was doing it, and I was ready to go gun for this 212 and contend. I really think I could contend this year. So now a whole monkey wrench again, the whole monkey wrench. Now, and like I said, it would be a different look. I would bring a better look. I bring a better classic look because 7 pounds is still significant. And you say, what would it be, Breon? Again though, but now the threshold though of when I would be ready, Ron, is not 193.45 anymore. Now it's probably up to, like I said, high 190s to 200. So that gap of how much I'd have to lose being ready it's probably offset and still around the same. Yeah. You get me? Because I was 192.34 ready before I had to get down to 180. Yeah. Now I'm anticipating 198, 99, 200, coming down to 187.
Yeah, I'm calling it right now. You're done with Classic. You're not going back. Come on, guys. I'm just calling it right here and now. I mean, like I said, I said 7 pounds is good. It's not enough. It's not, I mean, you're not going to be doing this another 20 years. This is
right.
You're in the last few years of your competitive prime, and you want to go out on top. You want to go out with the best look ever. I couldn't see you doing that. Another thing to think about, Classic. With all due respect to all the other Classic guys, Bumstead's got this thing locked up. I don't see anybody beating Bumstead unless something happens to him, God forbid, health-wise or injury or something like that. 212, Sean Clarita is awesome, don't get me wrong, but that title has changed hands. It was it Kamal, Sean, Kamal, Sean? It's gone back and forth, and Kamal's gone. He's never doing 212 again. You still have some great guys. You got Angel Calderon. You got Keon's looking pretty great right now. But, nobody's seeing you, a guy with this classic shape, but a bigger version of it. And I doubt your waist is any bigger. Your joints obviously haven't gotten any bigger. It's going to be that same Breon that we've seen before, but much fuller, I think. I mean, realistically, let's say you're 195 on stage. Let's just throw that number out there. 15 pounds of muscle on a guy who's flat. There was, we didn't know unless you followed him and saw him at like 3-4 weeks out and saw how much bigger and fuller and rounder he was. And I've seen that in your preps. I've seen you at like the 4 to 6 week out mark. I go, he's ready now. but I bet he's like 190 or 195 right now. There's no way
Yep.
he's going to look like that on stage. And unfortunately, just like Flex couldn't look like that, you couldn't look like that because you were dealing with that weight cap.
Yeah.
So I'm super happy. But let's talk about the team. Is the team still the same? You got Chris Cormier training you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Chris Cormier, Brandon Gertis from Body Geeks. Same guys.
Yeah. You're still in LA, right?
Still in Los Angeles. Yep. Yep.
You haven't moved to Las Vegas yet?
No, I have not. I have not. I'm actually trying to get these gyms like a gym like these gyms in Las Vegas actually out here in LA. Yeah, because I think we definitely need a gym like that, like a Dragon's Lair, like a Powerhouse. Yeah, like a the new one. What's the other one that they just opened up a few weeks ago?
Yeah,
Um,
I saw
I
that.
forget the name. I forget the name of it.
Milos was
But
there. I can't remember.
yeah, yeah. But we need. I'm in the works of opening a gym like that, like those out here in the
Oh,
valley. We
oh
we need
wow.
it. We need it. We need that type of
Mm.
culture out here because Ron, I travel to Venice every day for that culture and for the equipment and all that. And that's a 50-minute drive. That's a 50-minute to an hour commute each way, and I do it because of that. And so that's why I'm like, wow, in Los Angeles of all places, we don't have, or maybe in LA is Venice. You could consider LA Venice, but in the Valley, specifically where I'm at, because I live specifically in North Hollywood, we don't have a gym like that.
Yeah, what happened to Gold's North Hollywood? Is that not there anymore?
Gold's North Hollywood is there, but it's
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 still too
it's
small.
not quite that.
Yeah. No, I remember it wasn't. It was never like Venice. I remember
It's
that.
not quite that. Like I'm talking about the culture, like these guys in Vegas, these great gyms in Vegas, that Flex has, and Hide and Iris has, and
Yeah.
and these other guys that this other one. So yeah, in
Oh,
the works
that
of it.
is that. Do you have partners doing that, or is this all you?
I would be partnering with some guys.
Yeah. I mean, that's a
Yeah,
big undertaking. Yeah.
yeah, I would be partnering with some guys for sure. But now Larry Wheels has his gym going, but it's all the way over there, and it's on the other side of town. Larry Wheels is. I'm sure that gym is going to be great, but he's doing that with Ryan Benson and with Zero Gravity, but it's on the other side of town. It's all the way over there in Claremont, which is quite a
Uh,
ways from L.A. and quite a ways from the Valley.
Claremont. What made him put it out there? That's that's
I
like on
guess
the.
look.
That's a
I
10
guess look.
freeway halfway to San Bernardino.
Yeah, you know where it is, Ron, huh? Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, that's the location they decided. That's the location that they came up with, and there it is.
Yeah, that would have been great because the last few years I had a house in Covina, so that would have been like a 10-minute drive for me.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
man! Yeah, you were in Covina,
yeah, yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
You're
Yeah.
in my stomping grounds, brother. I'm from Rolling Heights.
Oh yeah, yeah. I went to Flex Wheelers. How old would you have been in 19? Let's see. This would have been 1997. You would have
Oh,
been
I
10
was
years younger than me.
17.
17. I was in your
I was
neighborhood that night.
17. Hey, guess what? But guess what?
Yeah.
Flex Wheeler was he lived right across the street
Yeah.
from me in Rolling Heights.
Okay. Yeah. So I was in his house. He had the bachelor party at his house when he got married
Man,
there. Yeah.
Flex was right there. I was right across the street, like 20 20 steps
Wow.
away from Flex. He lived right in the cul-de-sac. I remember when he moved in like 92 or one or two, was it?
Yeah. Yeah. It was around
Yeah,
that time. Yeah.
yeah. I was 11 or 12, and I remember I was starstruck. And my parents would go over there and talk to them, but I wouldn't because I was just so nervous.
Yeah. What were the odds? Small world.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I tell
Breon and
Flex
Flex.
that story all the time, man.
Yeah, I remember that was a hell of a night, that bachelor party. Let me tell you. But
Yeah, I
I
bet it
can't.
was. I was a young buck, and I was little, still wet behind the ears, and I wasn't old enough yet for any of that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know if anybody was old enough, but yeah. So as we're speaking, we're 12 weeks out, and yeah, 212 is where you belong. I think you obviously you achieved the ultimate accomplishment as a classic physique. You won the Olympia twice. I think that division, you outgrew it long ago. And, you know, like I said, just because I know what I can see physiques and I know what they should look like if they're not sacrificing muscle mass and things like that. And the last few times I've seen you, like I remember that Arnold you did, I was like, he's so flat. You know,
Oh
and
yeah,
it bummed
that
me
was my
out.
worst look. Yeah, that was my worst look.
It bummed me out because I know that wasn't, you know, I know you had to do that to make a weight. You didn't want
Yeah,
to do it, and I'm sure you didn't like that look. But you know, good news is that's the past. Now we're going to finally see it. And you know, luckily you're still relatively young guy. You're injury free as far as I know. You look great. You look young, fresh, healthy. I think you still have. I'm glad you're going to end your career as a pro in the 212 because I think you're going to get better and better because this is just the first. You've only had what the Olympia was December, so what'd you have like a 6 month off season, if that? You had to do a health
not
scare.
even that. Yeah,
Yeah.
really, not even that because I started an off-season program in after the Arnold.
Mm, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so like in late March, early April, I started an off-season program. So I had
Wow.
like 3.5 months.
So yeah. So the point I'm getting at is as good as you're going to look at this Olympia, I bet the next show after that you look better and better. You know, they say, well, the guys are 40 whatever years old. He's not going to get better. Right? You're going to get better because you were not allowing your body to grow for a good span of time when your body was wanting to grow. You were putting the work in the gym. Unfortunately, you had to take the calories way down. You had to do all kinds of cardio. You did everything against muscle growth, everything you don't want to do. And now
Absolutely.
you don't even have to worry about, you know, like Clarita never has to worry about, oh no, am I going to make 212? I don't think you're ever going to have to worry. I don't think you're ever going to have to be like, shit, how am I going to get down to 212? So we're going to see better Breon the next couple of years. I know I'm getting way ahead of ourselves, but that's what I do. I can't help it.
And what's
Like,
up with these guys? What's up with these guys saying you can't improve in your 40s? Like, why are they so downers on just improvements in general? You know, they can't think that anything can be done at a certain age.
they can't do
Wow.
it because they can't do
Now
it.
that's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. And they just project it on you, huh? Or anybody they can.
Well, you know what? A lot
Well,
of guys, you know, I'm going to be 54 in a few weeks. I
and
know.
you can even put on muscle. Look at you. Look at your muscle.
Well,
Look
I
at your
mean,
muscle, Ron.
I'm not
You can
putting
even
on.
do it.
No, I mean, well, I would have to go to some crazy measures. But the point is, most guys your age, if they've been training since they were young, they're riddled with injuries. Maybe they've jacked up their organs already from God knows what. You know, most of these guys are in a bad spot. They've given up. They've given up on everything. So yeah, they just project. I mean,
They
people love to
project.
tell you what you can't do because they couldn't do it. So
Of course, of course. The
man,
essence of the of
eh,
society in a lot of ways, huh?
human nature, human nature.
Yep,
People are haters, whatever.
yep,
But
yep. Hey, but we thrive. We need them. We love them, and we thrive because of them. Right? They are a fraction of our motivation.
yeah. So you still got your YouTube channel. It's called Breon Ansley.
Oh yeah.
What's some cool new things people can check out on recent videos that you got?
Oh man, I got some cool new collabs. I got I collabed with Larry Wills.
Oh,
We got a long ass video. He has it up on his channel. It's coming up on mine soon. We got a long ass video, entertaining. We talked about all kind of stuff, man. And he's getting ready to go into his classic competing, you know, and he wants to get on the he wants to be a top guy on the Olympia stage one day. We talked about all that. We did some hard nose arm training. That boy is strong as hell.
I mean,
Yeah, trained
yeah,
with little Tristan Lee. I just trained with Ishmael Martinez, physique guy. You know, yeah, I'm gonna be collabing with some. Hopefully we get a chance to talking to collab with Derek, with
oh,
Lunsford, and go out there before the
wow.
pretty soon here. And yeah, just bumping the YouTube up, man, and exciting the people out there.
Right on. And you still have, is it, what's your website? Is it BreonAnsley.com?
ForTheDamnWin.com. The number
Or
four,
uh,
the damn win.com.
that's where you can get the merch
Yeah, I'm
like
gonna
that
have
shirt right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And there
early
are your
thinking.
pancake shirts on there. I have some new ones that we just highlighted at the Anaheim Fit Expo this past weekend, which was a great expo. And then now the rest of them will be put on the website. Have a new slogan that I'm gonna come out with
Oh,
soon here that is really juicy that you guys are gonna really love.
oh boy. Okay. So follow your Instagram is just your name, isn't it?
Yep, yep. Just my
AJ.
it's Breon MA underscore.
Anyway, all these underscores, they mess me up. 'Cause I always do the
Just one.
hyphen. You gotta hit the shift button or else it goes to the hyphen. But okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you made it through training with Larry without trying to bench 800 pounds and tearing a pec or something.
Oh man, I had to pull back because he's just whoo strong, and then you get in the midst of all of it. You want to just test your limits, and it's like whoa. Let me be conscious of what's going on here and what's coming up, man, because I don't want to snap anything. Damn it.
No, no, no. We need you healthy. We need everything, all the muscles in working order, no injuries. We need you to,
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. But it's very exciting. It's very exciting to do that stuff and to intermix, with the collaborations. Good stuff.
So I want to let everyone know, I'm sure some of you guys are disappointed that Breon is not going to stay in classic, but you gotta
Well,
be
see, I
happy.
don't. I'm not gonna say and give them all the way an answer yet.
Yeah, I mean, all right. Well, if I'm a gambling man, I'm going to put a lot of money on against that. But my money says 212. We're going to see you at the 212 Olympia. You're already qualified. You're an Olympia champion. You don't need to do any warm up shows or qualifying shows. And I
Well,
bet.
I would still have to do around the special invite. I would still
Oh,
have to ask
really?
for the special invite. Yeah, and I
Really?
was just getting ready to do it, and then they did this weight class on me. Then I had to rethink it. So, but like I said, all of this, we're 12 weeks out, so all of this has to happen really fast here.
Well, they'll make it happen. I mean, they want big names in the show. Of course, they want drama. They want storylines. That sells tickets. They're not going to say no. No, Breon, you can't do it. No, come on. Let's be real. I mean,
Right.
we've seen some crazy special invite situations. This is way more justified than some of the ones I've seen. So, yeah. Who do you have to ask? Dan? Who does that?
Yeah, Dan would be the one to ask, or just to ask to send an email to both Dan and Jake.
Okay, cool. Dan and Jake, come on, guys. We need this guy. I want to see the first call out. I want to see Clarita, Angel, Peon, and Breon.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Breon and Angel switch. Yeah.
That would be the only thing that we're looking towards and aiming towards right there, man, is a top call out, in the 212 class. And I think that another thing is what really sounds appetizing is to win an Olympia in another class, be the first one to do it. And I know I have my work cut out for me because Derek is right there and he can do it this year possibly.
Oh,
Um,
that's right. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Well, it
So
could happen. You could both do it the same weekend.
hey,
No,
hey, if it has
Sean's
to
gonna
happen like that, it will.
Sean's gonna get mad at me for even saying that, but no, he won't. Sean's cool.
But Sean knows. So Sean and I are friends, and
Sean's a good dude.
Sean knows. Sean knows the game. Sean knows it's competitive, man.
Hey,
We compete and we want to knock each other's heads off on stage.
yeah,
But when we get off stage, we hug it out and we go have dinner and drinks and we'll laugh about it all.
yeah. I mean, it's not a team sport, guys. There's only one
No
champ.
way.
Only one guy gets to win. There's no ties.
Yeah,
There's nothing like that. So yeah, everyone's got to.
absolutely,
You got to be in it to
absolutely,
win it, and you are.
absolutely.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time, Breon. I know we haven't said a definite answer, guys, but read between the lines. I think my theory is a good one to subscribe to. But either way, we're going to see you at the Olympia one way or another. So that's all that really matters because you're one of the best that we've ever seen in the world, and we need to see you on the Olympia stage every damn year. So let's make it
Wow.
happen. Yeah.
As God willing and as much as I can, put my heart and soul out to everybody with all the support. That will definitely happen for either the next few years. It's as long as I take care of the body and and it will take care of me, and the good Lord will take care of me as well, and then we will be able to present that physique to you guys, on stage for however long. We'll see, however long. But you look great, Ron. Let me tell you.
Good lighting.
Let me tell you, brother. Wow, doing well, doing extremely well.
I'm good with the Instagram filters. That's why. Anyway, cool, man. All right, man. Well, thank you so much, Breon. Appreciate taking the time. Looking very much forward to seeing you on stage, whatever division ends up being. You're always a pleasure to watch. I'm a fan of the old school symmetry, lines, proportion, presentation, condition. Those things all really, they matter a lot to me. So you're one of the guys I always look forward to seeing on that stage. So thank you for keep doing what you're doing. You're amazing. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching Ronline Report with the Black Swan, Breon Ansley, two-time Classic Physique Olympia champion. And you'll see him on stage again very soon. That's it. See you next time.
All right.
Hey, did you like that video? Smash that like button, subscribe to MD, and please comment down below. Thanks for watching.